How would it feel to step in an elevator with 10 eligible bachelors, which is just what you're looking for, just what you want to start the life and the love that you deserve, and you're ready to hit the up arrow and start taking your pick of the litter? If you are somebody who has been dating all the wrong guys in the past and you think that it's time, circumstance, money, pant size, your face that's keeping you from finding the one, what you're going to discover is even though you're in that elevator and you hit that up button and you're ready to start mingling with the gentleman, you most likely will walk out alone. And there's a very specific reason why we don't get the men that we want. There's a very specific reason why we walk out of that elevator without the guy that we want. And I'm going to talk about it right now. For the best love, dating, and relationship advice you'll find anywhere, hit the bell, subscribe so that you get notified when new videos post every Thursday. I work with smart, successful women who are killing it on all the other areas of their life, but for some reason, they keep walking out of that elevator empty-handed, and they don't realize that there's a very specific reason why they're doing that. If you are somebody that feels like you are walking out of that elevator empty-handed, the reason why is because of the story that you have created about yourself, what you deserve, who you are in your life. What do I mean by this? We all live in what I call these little reality bubbles. Have you ever met somebody, usually an ex, where you think, how are you this crazy? You literally live in an altered reality from everybody else. But what we don't realize is that we all live in an altered reality. We all have created a story about who we are based on our past experiences throughout our childhood, throughout our teens, maybe our 20s or 30s, depending on how old we are. And we live in that story. And I'll tell you right now what your story is. You will figure it out really fast. All you have to do is say the thing that you want, and then you wait for the but. I want a really good guy, but. What's your but? Whatever the but is, that's your story. That's why you haven't found him, because you are living in an altered universe that's not even real. That's your story. Jen was one of those women who her story kept her from getting the guy that she wanted. And the story that she told herself is that she didn't have time to date. She would say, oh, I wish that I could have the relationship I've always wanted, but I don't have enough time. Well, in the Finally One program, what we do is we dive deep and we peel back the onion to really what is the story. And it really has nothing to do with time at all for Jen. That's just what she'd been telling herself. That was the story. What we uncovered in her rapid transformational therapy session is that she had really bad negative experiences with her mom where she felt out of control as a kid. It wasn't a peaceful upbringing. And so for her, what she needed to feel like she had control in her environment. How is she going to have full control environment if she meets a guy, they get married, and he moves in? She's not. So what she thinks her story is time. But when we peel back to the subconscious layer, the story is, I can't be in a relationship because I can't trust that I will have control in my environment. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know when he's going to fly off the handle. And it's worth it to me, so your subconscious mind thinks, it's better and worth it to be single and alone and in full control than it is to allow somebody into our lives that could make us happy, that we could travel with, that we could go to bed every night with, that we could come home and tell our day to. It's better to be alone and have the control, but it wasn't even real. Jen wanted to be married. It was worth it to her to give up time at work. She was hitting high marks at her job, but she wasn't fulfilled in her life. And sure, she told herself it was time. But once she discovered that it actually wasn't time at all, but that she was filling up her schedule with work so that she would never have to have the feeling of being out of control again. My question to you is, what is your story? Why hasn't love worked out for you? Why are you walking out of that elevator empty-handed? I want the loving guy. I want the healthy relationship, but fill in the blank. What's your blank? What's your story? What's your reason? What's your reality bubble or altered universe that has led you to believe that you don't get the guy, that you walk out of the elevator empty-handed? And you may be thinking, oh, nothing, there's something wrong here, I'm just going to need the guy. If all you needed was the guy, you would have had the guy. There's guys all around us. There's guys everywhere online, in the supermarket. Guys are everywhere. They're also in elevators. But we keep walking out empty-handed, and there's a very specific reason, and it is all to do with your story. So if you're interested in getting to the root cause of what's driving that story, what created that story that's tripping you up in your love life, book a discovery call and let's find out together. You can go to www.kelliehatch.com and let's do it together. Remember, you were meant to love and be loved, and I hope you have the most wonderful day.